Well, hey, ladies and gents, guys and gals, welcome back to part number 15 here with McConsole on the FS19 version of Chellington Valley. Okay, this is a bit late, but better late than never. So basically from the last episode, it rained all that day, so I just went ahead, got everything planted up. Just got everything planted up and skipped to the next day. All I've done today is take care of the animals, and clean them up and clean the feed area, whatnot, and whatever else had to be done. Potatoes are really starting to pile up. I'm gonna have to do something with this pretty soon. We're gonna run out of space pretty quickly. The washer needs some more fuel. So yeah, guys, I was thinking about going ahead and getting a Buster's liquid production up and going. Only problem with this is I can't really use it as extensively as we normally use it because I don't want to have to, make millions out of selling liquid fertilizer and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful how we use it because I don't really want to have a big flood of money coming in here. And quite honestly, the best place I can think for doing this is at the BGA. So let's take a run down. No, actually, hold on. We'll run down to the BGA in a minute. Stuck in a branch. Stuck in a branch. Yeah, we are. What I am going to do, though, guys, is take this down with me. It's just a... Oh, stock. Stock! There we are. Trailer full of manure. Take it down to the BGA and sell it. Because the cow manure is really starting to pile up. And I've no other way of using it. Because we're using the Buster's manure maker to... make manure for spreading on fields, so although we need to keep some of this for the greenhouses, we're not really using as much as we're producing, so yeah, we'll still have some access. Not that far down to go. The reason I want to do that now is because we need this trailer. We're going to harvest this field as well. Bud has left us a message. Again, Bud, sorry I don't say your surname, but it's I'll probably murder it. On a hardy setup, a reverse course. So I think I might actually try that here in the BGA. It seems to be the only place we could actually really do the reverse course from the way he describes it. Some of the sell points would just be impossible. So if I go ahead and put this up, I think basically what he says for us to do here is right, so get rid of that BGA dump for a start. We don't need that. I don't need that whole track actually. Right, so let's just get this zoomed out a bit. So basically what Bud's saying, if I have understood him correctly, and if you want to read the comment, guys, it's long, so it's on the episode 13 comments, what he says to do here. Yeah, thanks again, Bud, for all your help. So basically what he says is to drive through the sell point until we get to about the middle of it, so this one here. Pull... Okay, so put it on a straight out course, so pull straight out. So we have a straight line back, reverse back, to about there. Can we get another one? Yeah, we need it to there. Then pull slightly forward again and name that as BGA dump. So BGA dump. And then I get rid of that again. Basically pull round to the left and away from it. We can connect that back up there. And stop it. Connect that up to that. So that should work. Okay. So let's get out of here. We'll see if we can put this on. See if we can get this to work. So basically what it says is for the dump course, for a reverse course, is to come in, for example here, from the left, get to about the middle of the trigger, pull out so we can reverse straight back, and then once we have the waypoint where we need it, pull slightly forward, name it, and then drive off to the right. That's if I understood this correctly. So let's change the course. We're going to fill, let me see, Chellington Farm. We're going to fill at the bale yard. We're going to dump at the BGA dump. It's going to be manure. Drive. So this should take us straight into the BGA dump. That's if I've understood this correctly. For a lot of the sell points in here, this is going to be, because of the space that you need to do this, the reverse course seems unlikely to be able to happen. So it's taking its time. Fingers crossed, guys. So if this works, you know, basically we can have it running from the fermenter down here to sell silage if we really need to. Oh. No. Okay. Maybe we need to move that back slightly. So let's try that again. It is going to be a bit funny, you know, a bit fiddly to get to know all these. Oh, that's a house. Oops. It is going to. And of course, I will end up getting myself stuck. Look. It is going to be a bit of a job to get to know all this. Basically, if I have that push. Oh, have I got the strong thing on? Super strength. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna let me touch it. It's because I have that on. Look. No, just not giving me an option to lift it at all here. That's okay. I'll just transport it through 118. Let's go ahead. Should automatically pick up the BGA dump anyway. Okay, maybe we'll start closer to the line. Be easier. Matty was saying on the comments there, great video, what does it mean when I can't calculate a path? First of all, thank you. Secondly, why is this taking so long to get the path? It's right in front of you. Firstly, it could be that I have the destination set up wrong. I maybe have two of the single paths going into the destination instead of one going in, one coming out. First thing to check. Apart from that there, what I would do is I would drive the course with the waypoints up. Drive it down, check it to make sure it's alright. Every now and again I would just hit the on-off button. See if I can get it to challenge, because once it recognizes if it recognizes where it's going, then the thing about it then is you know to follow back on whatever the path was you were using. and find a mistake. The other reason, if you're using it in the field and it says it can't calculate a path, is maybe you've set up the field wrong, where you've again maybe two single destinations going towards the field point or going away from the field point, and it can't get to the field point. Just double check to make sure it's all set up right. Sometimes on a really odd shaped field. Why isn't this working now? Sometimes in a really odd shaped field. Field 118 there, that's why. It just doesn't recognise it, and I don't understand why myself, so it's just trial and error, man. Just going back through your route paths, making sure you've got everything set up correctly. That's about it, really. Making sure it's connected to your network. All the usual. Again, I'm pretty new at this, guys, so I mean, it's all, a learning curve for me as well. Darren Castle was saying impressive of autodrive. You've now seen the light and downloaded it. It does have its advantages. Whenever I first seen it, I just thought, yeah, this looked too complicated to be fun. And then I was sort of messing around on Pleasant Valley, and one of the boys suggested it to me, and I did go ahead and download it to play it on Pleasant Valley. It was useful for... It's not going back far enough. So then what I did then was let me just get this out of the road. I started messing around with different maps. I think I messed around on Sosnovka for a while with it. It seemed to be pretty, I'm setting it up. It's not as complicated as I first thought, I'll tell you that much. It's actually seemed quite useful. It does have major advantages over Courseplay. Major advantages. And I suppose we're lucky that it's compatible with Courseplay for fieldwork and stuff, so yeah. Setting up for refills and all that useful stuff. Don't want to spend too long on this today because I want to get around to doing different things, so if it doesn't work this time I'll mess around with it off screen, see if we can get it working. But yeah, I mean, it has made the gameplay a lot more easier, especially on, selling courses and to and from courses and filling up seeders and sprayers and everything else. It has worked out really well for that. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't, guys, give it a go. I mean, I'm still only really using it for the basics. There's still a lot for me to learn on it. Still not going back far enough. Yeah, I'll mess around with that, guys, off screen. I don't really want to spend too much time on it in a minute, but that's basically the... yeah, I just need to go back that wee bit further. I maybe have the dump points set in the wrong place. Yeah. So what I will do, guys, is I will mess around on it a bit further off screen and try and get it set up properly. Meanwhile, I'm just going to go ahead and take this back up to the field, and we'll get the harvester started, and then we'll get stuck in on maybe doing some liquid production for the Busters mod. Loads of root crops there, so shortcut across the train lines. I do need this bigger... Oh, tippies. I do need this bigger trailer for this, though. And this is the first time using our new big harvester. So let's go ahead. Work mode, course generation, field 1. We'll do 3 headlands, 2 headlands. We'll put it on turn. 13.5 meters, so generate that. So save as field 1, 13.5 meter harvest. straw swath is on, and first waypoint in, go ahead and drive. Again, this is Iconic's version of the Ideal. So how long is that going to take? Half an hour. Oh, that's not bad compared to nearly what was going to be a lot longer with a smaller header. Let's start you up for the... Oh, here, hold on. Before we do that, you're on field 1. And let's set the tractor up to go with it. So, empty harvester. Field 1 to Chellington Farm silo dump. Go ahead and start. Let's just try and turn around to where field 1 is. So I believe we can just... should be able to just leave that and go. I may have to make the waypoints a bit bigger so it doesn't interfere with the other course round. But as you can see, it's going to be a while. Oh, it's not going to be that long until it pops up. Must have some good yield of this field. Let's have a peek. I'm going to have to go on, actually, because this is the first time I've used this for a dump course. Yeah, we're getting pretty good yield off of this. Oh, yeah, we are, because the yield's extending, sure. It's went from the lime green to green colour, that's always good. Wow, it's getting into the corner of that field too, that's pretty good. So, let me bounce back into this, because... no, not course play, this one. Settings, tractor settings, avoid fruit. No. That should be all okay. So it's waiting on the call for the combine. So obviously that hasn't filled up enough yet. I think it's 85. Oh, it has. Right. Come on, it's calling for you. Why aren't you working? Oh, it's planning the path. Oh, now we're driving to the combine. So basically, what I turned off there, guys, was the ability for it to recognise there's a crop in the field. So it'll drive across the crop now. Rather, before it was looking for a way where it didn't drive across the crop. Let's see how this works, actually. Seems to be making a meal out of it. That's a wall in front of you, just letting you know. Hey. One other advantage of AutoDrive has over course play is that it recognises the collisions of walls and stuff most of the time. And what way are you going here? Oh, you're going to go around the long way, okay. So, I mean, it's always good when it recognises that. Well, is that not that hard? So what we'll do is we'll put the liquid production, Buster's liquid production mod down, and we'll update the AutoDrive network to include it. This is pretty quick to dump this, if I remember right as well. Ah, too quick. Ah, well. I can live with that. So, let's get down to the BGA. We'll take the quick way, we'll just select it down here, and we'll go with it, BGA visit. So we'll have to remember what path's already in place here, guys. So I think the best place for it is maybe over in this corner somewhere. So, shop. And placeables, Buster's placeables, and we'll go with the new version of the liquid production. I still have the old version in here as well. Sometimes I like it more, sometimes I don't. So that's the new version. Whereas maybe I don't have. Oh, I don't have the older version anymore. Okay. So liquid production, and I'm thinking about putting it over here. In this corner. I want to make sure that I've got space to get everything in there. There we go, guys. We have the liquid production in. So let's go find a trailer that we're not using. It's going to be one of the ones up here. We'll take this because this is faster. Hello, hold on. No, the wee JCB is already attached up to this somewhere, isn't it? Where is the other trailer? Okay. There's it there. Oh, a load of pig food. Yeah, I've basically put all the pig food from the pallets into the end of this truck. The reason being, guys, it's just easier to transport it about. And for some reason, I've taken pig food off the list for this silo. That's something I'll have to correct. So we can't use that trailer, okay. Give me another tractor then. He'll do. So with the reverse course, it's just going to be a lot of fiddling around until I can get it correct, guys. Until I can get it right. Can't calculate a path. Well, in a minute. The reason I'm using the Unimog is slightly faster on the road, so let's go ahead and we're going to have to re-examine this in a bit as well, guys, because we're going to need to find out once we get some liquid in there how, you know, where the tanker can fill up, basically. And I think that's going to be more of an issue of just sending it down there, filling it, and bringing it back up again anyway ourselves, because I don't want to put the diesel fill on a network. So we'll look for sugar beets. 66, I thought we'll have more than that, but anyway. Down to the BJ we go. In fact, tell you what, we'll let BGA. No, that's going to go inside it. We'll go to the dump, yeah, why not? So yeah, there we are. Again, Bud, thanks for all the tips and tricks. Once we get auto drive down, we'll start expanding on what features we use. I do believe there's a lot more features on auto drive than what I'm using it for. See, also Bud was saying that it's possible to have more than one tractor and trailer going towards a harvester or a chopper, forage harvester, whatever you want to call it. It all depends on your silage, because he says he has 24 silage trucks running with 8 choppers. So it is possible, guys. That's just for the bigger maps. For the people that like the bigger maps, obviously, then that's going to be more of an advantage. Smaller maps really maybe only for chopping. So we'll maybe have to look into that in the future. It's apparently all to do with what you do and how you play about with your settings. So yeah, we'll have a look at that next time we're doing some chopping. As you can see, guys, there's 207 grand. Well, should be 257. I had 4 horses ready that I didn't sell in the last episode. I forgot all about them. So I went ahead and sold those because I didn't want to skip the day with the horses ready to sell, because it would just waste a day where we could have, you know, the new horses gaining some money or gaining some health for us. So I just went ahead and sold those and brought some new horses in. Nothing you haven't seen before. Right, so I'm going to stop that there. And we'll move it on here. Yes, you can. You're lying to me. You can make it. Okay, let's bring up our network. I think that's the proper thing to call this, is a network. And from this one here, I believe, no, this one, you can see the wee, I don't know if you can see it on the recording, but there's a wee tiny red line there that shows you what waypoint you're connected to. We want to make this a single course. We're just going to straight away drive through this until we get the trigger reached. Of course it doesn't take sugar beet, does it? Ah! It's digestate. Digestate or slurry. Or manure. Oh, that was a mistake in console. Yeah, digestate or liquid manure. But I believe that if we set that as our waypoint, it should work. Buster's liquid production. And I'm just going to then connect that up to the network here. So that means if I do fancy putting down a bunker, I've got that corner for it. And we'll just connect you to there. And I'm just saying, you run back up to that farm dump, because I don't need you there. Ah, what a mistake. Whitehall Farm, Buster Silo. You run ahead. Let's go and get another tractor then. You'll do. That's my fuel trailer. Oh, I'm gonna need that. Right, why are you just sitting there? You're planning a path. Doesn't take that long to plan a path. It's right behind you. Yeah, taking too long. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this ourselves quickly. It's not gonna dump it all anyway. Why is that not dump? Oh, we're not in it. That's why. Duh. Okay, so that's that fill. So I'm just gonna stick that back in that. We'll leave that to run. Hopefully I'll get it the next time. You. I'll take it ourselves from here. I'll leave this trailer to main farm, guys. I'll dump it back in later on. Oh. Still have to move all the other root crops up to that other silo for the being our root crop farm. I still have a lot. Oh wow, I still have a lot in this silo. So I'm just going to reverse that into this wee yard here for the time being, because I need to go and pick up our tanker. Yeah, I made the mistake. We were wondering where all the fertilizer pallets came from. I made the mistake of whenever I had auto drive on a field liming, I made the mistake of having auto drive refill it with solid fertilizer instead of lime. That's where that came from. So we're going to fill this at the Chellington Farm Buster's fermenter. We're going to have it going to Buster's liquid production, which I've spelt wrong. Put a W in it. And this is going to be digestate. Let's have it run and see what we can do here with this. Should be a straightforward, simple. Oh, operation here. Shouldn't be anything too fantastically hard. Because I was thinking about it as well, I mean, we're going to be creating diesel, so I might as well create some of our own compost instead of buying it in this map. Because you can put compost in the field as well. Although in saying that, I mean, you could always sell the compost too. Is there well, while this is filling, I'll have a look and see what the sort of sell price is maybe. As you can see, guys, it's of the auto drive course. Quite frankly, it gives you auto drive has, as I say, has its advantages over course play. But I mean, while this is running mundane courses, doing this sort of stuff, I can be doing other things. Playing with the cows, fields, you know, anything you want to do. I have to try and remember to fill up a TMR mixer as well. Oh, keep forgetting about it. I do have plenty in storage though. So, there we go, we're filling. This is set to 100,000 litres, guys. It's actually the trailer from Pleasant Valley, so yeah. We're only doing the one run down here anyway, because I think it'll give us 50,000 litres of diesel and 50,000 litres of liquid fertilizer. So we'll do it with the one run. There we go. Oh, this is going to try and take this up that wee short track. That might be a problem. Depending what the clearance is on this. But at least it fills. Let's make sure it dumps. Here, well, there you go, guys. This is the question. Should we... yeah, it's not going over that bump too well because of it, look. I'll stick the smaller one on this in future, I think. With the BGA, should we go for a normal bunker? Or should we go and just put a fermenting silo down there? Of course, if we go for a bunker, it'll be course play, filling, leveling, and compacting it, and then I'll try and get the it's done course play to empty it as well, because apparently that works again. So let me know what you think, fermenter or bunker for the BGA. I'm wondering, could we get actually auto drive to dump it for us as well? If I can get that reverse course worked out, I can set it to, I don't know, because there's no trigger there, so can I get it to dump it where it sits, like we do with course play, or does it have to be over like a silo fill trigger? I'll have to look into that. Ideally needs to unload it again. That means that's somewhere doing something. See, that would be the advantage of maybe putting 2 trailers out in that field. Ah, that's why it needs unloaded, because it's still coming up. Okay, let's just pull you out of the way for the time being. Hurry up, tractor. There you go, back on the just puts it back onto the course again, which is good. So it'll take us across this field, guys, because that's the way I've got it set up to go. I don't own field 118 yet, so sorry whoever owns it, but we're using it. Again, what we're going to have to do is, we have field 118 on this network, we'll have to give it a side track of its own. But we'll do that whenever I get field 118 as a destination. Again, that's why I'm thinking, you know, if we... in a normal farm, I can use grass for to dump the bunker. On this I can't because of the way it's set up for the drying with 3 different stages. So I'm maybe thinking about replanting this in corn. Just chopping it. Right, so here we go, guys. Is it going to do it? It's going in front of it. That's a good sign. There we go. It's dumping it. I would dump out to make sure. Let's see if it says I can get to the digested fill. Should be all right. There we go. We've got fertilizer and diesel already. Eh? And there you go, guys. It's driving back to the fermenter. Don't need more than 100,000 litres in that at the minute, so I'm just going to stop it. Why does it stop there? Because I have that way too far forward, look. Yeah. Okay. So there we go, guys. That's that working. I suppose as well I have a load of digestate here I could have just used in there. Never thought about that. Park this off here for the time being. So between now and the next episode, guys, I'm just going to harvest some more fields, get it planted up. I'll not really be doing that much. I'll just be doing the normal rotation. Wow. Okay, that means me. Okay, I'll stay out. But yeah, there you go, guys. We've already got 1,500 litres of diesel. So I'll not do anything until I with this until the next episode. So we'll not fill up any of our diesel tanks or anything. I'll let that build up some. Questions or comments down below. Don't forget to say hi if you want to. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.